So hey what's up guys, Robux here and welcome to some more F1 2018 gameplay. This time we're going to be doing a last to first challenge here at Monaco, driving at Sebastian Vettel. So what we're going to do, you can see it's going to rain, but it looks like I'm not sure when it's going to rain. I'm going to edit the strategy. I'm going to go onto the hyper soft tyres and we're going to pit maybe, lap 10. And then stint 2 we'll change to the ultra softs. Done the right way around. Yeah, that's the right way around. So obviously we're going to test out the new strategy here. So looking good. Let's get out onto the race then. So here at Monaco is going to be a massive struggle. Off the line I'm going to use hot lap mode and we're going to use rich mix, and we're going to see if how many positions we can make up into turn number 1 at the start of this race. Get that deployment going. Oh my god, the Williams, try and swerve around the Williams. We're across the corner a bit, just having to do it to avoid contact. You see the Force India lost a bit of their wing or part of their car or something has come off. Oh my god, I'm going to come up the inside of everyone here. Oh, squeeze our way through. Who's this on our inside? I can see them. I can hear them as well. And it's Stroll. We're going to get back under him though. As we get underneath, or try to get underneath Hulkenberg, but there just isn't enough room round here at Monaco. And my god, the AI are very aggressive. Trying to get... Oh, that's a corner if I've ever seen one. Wow. But there we go. We're through the messy first sector here at Monaco. And we're off to a decent start. So, Brendan Hartley's up ahead in the Toro Rosso. Let's see what we can do. See if we can find a way through on him. Braking very early. Why are they going so slow through here? Come on, get a move on. We're stuck in behind these guys. I think Grosjean's got some damage. We're going to come flying up the inside of both of them. My god, we had to be aggressive there. Yeah, Grosjean's got damage, and that was so painful to be behind. I mean, I got a warning, but I'll take a warning being able to get through on them, because look how much time we've lost to Leclerc, who's in 12th place in the Sauber. That's a good position for the Sauber. 5.5 seconds is the gap, so let's see if we can close that down. This last to first challenge is going to be very difficult here at Monaco. 25% race, so many positions you got to make up, especially if you get a poor start like that. Through no fault of our own, we got stuck behind them. They were going very slow. I thought they were going slow. I did think, why were they going that slow? But obviously got a bit of damage, and we've got to be careful not to get some damage as we... Oh my god, that was a bit mad coming through there. And we're going to be using up all our deployment now early on while we've got this clear air, because we might not got clear air later on in the race. So take the clear air while you can get it. Come through the tunnel. And what's the gap then to Leclerc? He's just there, so it's not too bad. Oh, get a little bit across the corner there. If we get away with it, we're okay. Give me a bit of a break into here. Come on. Going purple. 4.1 seconds is the gap through the swimming pool section. It's the penultimate corner. Go past the pit exit and then into the final corner. Very tricky but very crucial to get right, because it's all about the drive onto the final, out of the final corner onto the straight, if you want to get an overtake done. So here at Monaco, the overtaking should be a little bit easier now. I've got ERS deployment, but obviously driver's head will be using it to defend as well as to overtake. So it's going to be a tricky one, but interesting to see, especially in esports and online, how the ERS is deployed. But getting back to the race then at hand, 3.5 seconds is the gap, so I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to cut to if I can catch up to Leclerc, or if anything interesting happens over the next few laps. So we've caught up to the back of Leclerc, and one thing I will say about this game which you'll notice is the ERS does actually make a massive difference in this game. Like, I've had it off over the past few laps to try save up the battery, and I just noticed that we're not getting closer to Leclerc, so I turned it back on and we're getting right up there. So it does actually make a difference, and it's going to be very interesting, like I've said previously, at how this feature gets used by people in the game online. So that's going to be an interesting one. We can turn it down while we're trying to catch up through this section here. We don't really need to use ERS through here.
The gap behind us is...
But I've turned it off, and it sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, it makes a massive difference. Let's use it here. Obviously we're in rich mix as well, and we are expecting the rain. As you can see, it's starting to get a bit dark around here. So let's see if we can use it to get past this Sauber Alfa Romeo car, and look at the gains we got through there. Come on, let's keep it going. Going to get right on the back of him here as we're all making sort of shapes up the inside. Just no room for us there. Still side by side. We've got the inside line for the next corner. But we backed out of that one, and that has cost us some time. So this last first challenge, or this last question mark challenge, whatever you want to call it, has been difficult. And I haven't even been using the DRS here, but we're going to come up the inside into turn number 1. Come on, there we go. Give us some room. So the AI, very aggressive here, and very good defending actually. So you have to watch out for the AI in career mode when we get into career mode. Oh, yes, let's go. Next up is Gasly, and then there's a massive gap to like the top 10. So Monaco, being classic Monaco, very tough track to get right and to come from the back of the grid. It just proves it's all about track position. Oh, look at that oversteer. So coming towards the end of this lap then, end of lap number 7, and it's starting to get really overcast. So I wonder when the rain's going to come. There's a few spots of rain actually on the screen. So this is going to be an interesting end to this race. So we'll probably have to get the intermediate tyres ready soon, because the rain's going to come down, and it's meant to come down quite a lot, I think, by the looks of the graphic at the start of this race. But we're going to use up the rest of our ERS while we've got some. I'm going to have to try and catch up and overtake Gasly. We're catching up to him by every corner, but the track is getting slippier now. So we've got to watch out. Don't want to push it too hard. Can we go underneath him here? Up the inside, our second move of the day. Up the inside of Gasly. There we go. Into P11, so not even in the top 10. This last to first challenge has been proving very difficult. So at a circuit like Monaco, oh, look how much wheel spin there is. Using up all our ERS. It's getting very slippy, so I wonder if towards the end of this lap we might have to come in. I'm really starting to struggle to put the power down. I'm going to put it back into standard. Oh my god, look how wide we are. That's just proving that there's no grip out on track. What's the gap? 4.6 seconds is the gap to Magnussen up ahead. So we might be able to catch up and look at the... Oh yeah, we've got a change strategy call here from the engineer. Yeah, but I'm not coming in on the next lap. I'm coming in at the end of this lap, bro. Look how much we're... There we go, in the dry. I was going to say, look how much we're struggling to put the power down. Coming through this chicane then. Oh, look how difficult it is to put the power down. We're just revving this engine so much trying to put the power down. I think everyone's struggling as well. We're actually catching up though. Oh my god. See, we got a warning there for corner cutting. I just could not stop the car. Oh, we're tiptoeing around here, and I think our teammates in the pits as well. So it looks like we're going to come out of the pits ahead of a few more cars. One of the McLarens as well there, obviously struggled a bit, so let's make sure we disengage. Oh my god. Yeah, disengage the pit limiter. We're in too low of a gear there, couldn't put the power down. But coming around here, trying not to cross the line, and we got away with that. So we're out into P9. We've got Lewis Hamilton ahead of us. First time in this game in the wet. Oh. Everyone's on intermediate tyres, but is it going to get heavier? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what the teams say. But we're already struggling. These tyres don't feel right, unless the game just feels so much more different, as we had to drop the car down to first gear just to get it around there. Why are we struggling for grip so much? But we're going to charge up the batteries a bit. Get that ERS deployment going. It feels like it's wetter than intermediates, to be honest. So let's see then. Well, let's see if we can manage the gap to Lewis Hamilton, as we're trying to tiptoe through here. Ooh, come on. Getting across the curve there. It's a very difficult. Let's come around the final corner to end lap number 10 then. What is the gap to Lewis Hamilton as we cross the line? It's 2.3 seconds. So we're maintaining the gap to Lewis Hamilton ahead. Obviously he's in the Mercedes, so he's in a quick car. He's probably a bit further down the grid than he'd have expected, but we're going to keep on pushing. We've got the ERS in hot lap mode, so we're going to try and catch up. We've got these tyres up to temperature and there's a bit more grip, but it is like driving on ice right now. So first time experiencing mixed conditions here on the F1 2018 game, and I'll tell you what, first time in the wet, and it's difficult, a lot more difficult than the previous game. Previous game was alright in the wet, but it's a lot more of a challenge. Maybe it's just because it's here at Monaco, but I'm not sure. We're going to keep on pushing though. We've got ERS deployment to the max, so we can use it on the straights through the tunnel, and then we should be able to charge it back up as we come on the brakes, then down the hill, get it back up to about 13%. I'm going to drop the ERS deployment down to medium for now. You see, just struggling to put the power down. This race suddenly became a lot more difficult. So we're gradually tiptoeing our way up to the back of Lewis Hamilton. Oh, snap of oversteer there. Come on. Struggling to put the power down. Right, I'm going to put my head down. We're going to keep on pushing. I've turned the ERS off for now. I'm going to try and manage the deployment a bit, but we're starting to catch up to a bit of traffic. You can see on the map in the bottom left, it looks to be a Renault and a Force India. And we're following Hamilton up to the back of them. So you can see we're catching right up to the back of these guys, and the rain is getting heavier. Or whether that's just because we're getting closer to them and Hamilton is being held up by signs. And then, is it Ocon in the Force India maybe? But everyone's holding each other up. We're going to put it into hot lap mode. Get the maximum ERS deployment. Come on, let's see if we can do anything before the end of this stage. Before we have to pit again for what is going to be the wet tyres. I mean, look, there's just no visibility out here. I think this is the new visuals with the rain, whereby if you get right up behind someone you cannot see, you can just follow in their red light. This has become a massive challenge here. As you can see visually, the sky is getting darker, it's getting thicker, the rain. It's become harder to see where we're going. We're just following Lewis Hamilton's flashing light at the back of his car. But, struggling for the grip. I think we might start to make the change onto the wet tyres soon. We're getting a lot of wheel spin. I think I might come in early. Oh, you can see we've gone deep there. We're going to have to skip the chicane, let Hamilton through. Don't think we gained any time through though because of that. But that's annoying, that. And again the rear's going. Is it going to be time to change? Or we're going to go one more lap? I'm going to come in, I think. I'm going to come in. We're going to risk it for a biscuit. Got to come in. Put on the wet tyres. It might be a lap too early. Out of the pits then. It's so difficult to put the power down coming out of the pits in the wet. We're right behind Van Dorn then. So we've come onto the full wet tyres a lap early maybe, or 2 laps early. So I have to wait and see how we get on these tyres then. So if we take a look at the temperatures, should keep an eye on them, and then if we can't get any temperature in, or if they overheat, I can't remember which way around it, I think it's if they overheat then we struggle, but we're doing okay, it feels alright. Max Verstappen's out of the race. That could be a safety car which could help us, or it might not help us, I don't know. So unless he might have a mechanical failure, but doesn't look like we're going to get a safety car today. Not today. Putting the power down in this dry tunnel bit was difficult there, and the yellow flags are out in force then. Oh, so there is Max Verstappen straight in the middle of there, so he's on a runoff bit, so he's not causing any problems, and I'm not sure if these tyres are going to be right for us. It's a real struggle around here at Monaco today. Tyres don't feel too bad. They don't feel atrocious, but I can't see anyone else coming in the pits. Just scraping off the side of this barrier. So this last of us challenge is suddenly it's become non-existent. We're not even in the top 10 at the minute. But we've got a few laps left and it's absolutely tipping it down. You just don't know what could happen. And I think these tyres are starting to come into play. So let's see if we can use them to catch up to the back of Van Dorn. I mean, we're not losing any time to him. He's tiptoeing around, we're tiptoeing around. We need a tyre which is in the middle. So come to the end of lap number 16, then you can see we're still with Van Dorn. We're not losing time. We're actually starting to gain time. So that's good for us here. As you can see, for each lap that goes by, the rain is getting heavier. And look at the thickness of this rain. There's just literally a sheet of mist in front of us which we can't see through as we're locking up. And we're actually starting to gain an advantage on Van Dorn now, I can tell. As we're getting all that shape behind him there. It's so difficult in these wet conditions. And I think it's definitely full wets now. Definitely full wets. The rain is getting heavier. And Van Dorn's getting slower. And we've done the right thing by switching. But there's still a few laps left. So there's enough time for everyone else to have to come in the pits. If people don't come in the pits, I think we might actually get a chance of making up some positions, especially if people start crashing and stuff like that. We've got the ERS deployment in hot lap because I'm not actually able to use much of it, so I'm not actually going full throttle a lot around this lap. Just something I was able to do on the previous game. Well, in the wet conditions you could actually go full throttle in the wet, but we're struggling here then. We're in his dirty air, of course, and we can't see, so we've got no visibility. And yeah, we're definitely quicker than him. He's holding us up as we're getting into the barrier. Have we not taken any damage yet? I do not know how we've got a full front wing still. Gonna use a higher gear so we can get some power down. Like I say, no power to put down. We can't put any power down here. We're just stuck in behind Van Dorn. We need to clear him as soon as possible. Each lap that goes past, the rain's getting heavier. We're right on the back of Van Dorn, come on. Come on Van Dorn, get a move on. He's obviously struggling on those intermediate tyres. We're able to put more power down, get up the inside there. Go very deep actually, I didn't mean to go that deep. Come on, get this Ferrari around the course, come on. So we're now on to P10. I was expecting to do a little better at this challenge. But being a new game, mixed conditions, and Monaco, is never going to be easy. Never going to be easy. You can see on the straight, we're just not able to put the power down. We're getting wheel spin all the way up until 5th gear. When we put it in 5th gear, with a wheel spin seems to stop. You can see lots of wheel spin here. Get it into 6th gear, come on. So you can see them. We're going a lot better on these full wet tyres, so it's clearly full wet conditions. You can see Van Dorn's dropped right off. Van Dorn's dropped right off, and we're 7.5 seconds behind Magnussen. We'd have been better off staying out on these on the intermediate tyres because we've only got one more lap after this one, and we're going to go by the looks of it from last to 10th place. So we made it halfway to our goal. So I'll do another attempt at this challenge. I definitely will be doing another attempt of this challenge to get to 1st place. I'd love to be able to do it here at Monaco in a 25% race. It's just so difficult, but you can see they're going slow ahead. Just struggling to put the power down. I mean, we're going a lot better here. Oh yeah, get some of that standing water at the side of the track on our tyres. Cool our hot, wet tyres. Oh my god. But there is a drier line starting to form, but you can see now we're towards the end of here. The end of this race is really heavy rain right now, and you can see Van Dorn's dropped right off. We're just absolutely loving these, maybe not loving these conditions, but we're I can't put any power down.
This is your final lap of the race.
I'm going to turn the ERS off for now, so we've gained about 3 seconds over that lap on Magnussen, but it's not going to be enough by the looks of it. We're on the final lap, and we're in a bit of no man's land. But it was good trying to do this challenge. Good fun, very frustrating actually, around here at Monaco. Monaco is one of the most frustrating tracks on the F1 calendar. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this challenge here. So Kimi Räikkönen, our teammate, has won the race. That's how far behind we were. We've lost so much time over the course of this Grand Prix. But you can see we've caught right up to the back of Magnussen, but it's too little too late by the looks of it. Oh, look at the wheel spin. Absolutely crazy wheel spin on the final lap. Go on, let's bring it home. Let's bring it home. 3.5 seconds to the Haas ahead of us. Getting over the curb there. So the difference between the wet and the inters, not massive enough that everyone was crashing out and we were able to get up to them. So it would have been better staying on the intermediate tyres and trying to battle on intermediate tyres. So we go from last to 10th place. That was our last to first challenge here at Monaco, and we've failed miserably, but I will take it. It's a good attempt in these difficult conditions. So what I'm going to do another attempt of this in a week or a couple of weeks time, and we'll see if we're able to do it. So I challenge you guys to try and do it. Put on some mixed condition, dynamic weather, and see if you can do it. Or actually go custom, so it forces it into this this weather pattern, so it starts dry and ends heavy. So give that a try. See if you can do it. Put it on a decent difficulty as well. I had it on 90 today. I'm still getting used to the game. Obviously, that is my second race on the game. So we're getting used to the game slowly. But that's going to do it for this challenge. I'm going to do some more challenge videos as well as career mode and online. So I hope you did enjoy. And do apologise for not being able to do this last to first challenge today. But we will do it in the future. So you can see this is how difficult it was. I mean, Fernando Alonso got third. Like, how's he done that in the McLaren? I do not know. But let's take a look at the standings anyway, because that race got really mixed up. So, Kimi Raikkonen took the win from Bottas, Alonso, Perez, Sainz, Hamilton down in 6th, Ricciardo down in 7th. He was leading the way at one point. Gasly, Magnussen, then it's Vettel. So Max Verstappen out of the race, of course, but that's been it for this challenge in today's video. So I hope you did enjoy. If you want to see more F1 2018 game content, then do let me know down below. Make sure you do subscribe for more, and we will see you in the next one.